Hello to all my friends out there. So we're in the middle of February. We don't know what's going to happen in March in regards to the food stamps, whether they're going to get boxes or whatever. But I noticed one thing, when the consumption is down, the price goes up. So what we can expect is if the consumption is down, the price will go up. So you have to say to yourself, okay, if the price goes up, that means I'm going to be able to buy less stuff. Like out here, you know, the gas is high right now. Most likely that means the consumption is down. Otherwise, people are not spending. I'm not spending any money. I'm doing the Dave Ramsey saving my money thing, but I will be buying some extra food because most likely the price is going to go up. So what I want to do is evaluate my food. Okay, you do not want to get stuck without milk. So what I think the thing to do is buy the big bags of powdered milk at Walmart. And you do not want to be stuck without cheese. I bought Velveeta cheese from Aldi's, but I will buy at least between 2 and 4 blocks of cheese from Aldi's, and I will put them in my freezer. Eggs, you do not want to be stuck without eggs. I've seen eggs go up really high before, you know, when they had the salmonella or whatever happened. Meat, I would pack up some canned meats. This week I will buy tuna and chicken, and also as I'm going through these, they have meat at the 99-cent stores. You know, don't pay $1.50. Go to the 99-cent stores and buy the meat for $1. Make a special trip. They say when you prep, if you can afford it, 20 cans. Okay, fruit, if you can go to the 99-cent store and buy the big cans of fruit, well, guess what? There isn't any right now. Also, the potential is that all the, if there was some kind of mass hysteria, all the fruit, you don't want to run out of fruit, vegetables, and bread. All the fruit could be, canned fruit could be bought. And then vegetables. The one main vegetable that I could recommend to get is the big cans of tomatoes at Dollar Tree. And whenever you can buy the big cans, get the big cans. But fruit, vegetables, and bread. Okay, make sure you have plenty of butter and you can keep that in the freezer. If you can't afford butter, get oil. You've seen me buy a lot of oil this month. But if you can, just buy the big cans of Crisco. Lard is the cheapest, but I've bought a couple of packages of lard, and it was actually good in my beans. Buy a big can of beans and a big can of rice. I mean, a big 20 pounds. Beans and rice and vegetables, fresh. Buy 10 pounds potatoes, 10 pounds sweet potatoes. Cereal. You know, Walmart has the big bags of cereal, or you can buy cereal, oatmeal at Dollar Tree. So mainly what you want to stock up on is canned food, you know, that's going to last you. I mean, what if you don't get your money in March? Most likely you will, but what if you don't? And what if you don't get your money in April? Another thing is when people got their EBT cards money at the end of February for March, then they were going longer. Yeah, then they were going longer and they got their money early in, and then they were going longer before they got the next batch of food stamps, which could be bad. Buy soup, you know, Top Ramen and that chicken soup, you know, the Lipton's chicken soup, and then stock your freezer up if you can with meat. Get chicken and turkey and hot dogs. You know, I buy the dollar meat sometimes. But the main thing you want to do is pack your freezer full and make sure you have plenty of bottled water too. And then make sure you have beverages like fruit juice. And, you know, just go through the house and gather up, right now, gather up all the food you have. And that's your stockpile. And start a little stockpile now. Don't sit around and wait for the worst to happen. Don't sit around and wait for the price of food to go up when the consumption goes down because people don't have any money. You know, be careful now. Don't go, oh, I'm going to save my money. Well, yeah, that's a good idea, but most likely the price is going to go up. Most likely. The price of gas can keep going up too. When you see the price of gas going up, that's bad because then the price of trucking the food goes up. You know, everything is affected. I heard there was a lot of shoplifting that's going to be affecting our price of groceries. And so just go through and say, okay, I have to have 3 meals a day. You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can have 2 meat and cheese sandwiches, one for breakfast, one for lunch. You can buy some big packages of lunch meat and put them in the freezer. And then, you know, come up with 7 cheap dinners, really cheap dinners. And, you know, eat them 2 or 3 times a week so that if you ever had to eat them, God forbid, you wouldn't suffer as much. A lot of people are saying go meatless, but, you know, it depends. You know, if you're going to be totally deprived and miserable, it'd maybe be better to have some hot dogs or some tuna casserole, you know, some really cheap dinners. I've been trying to get used to eating fish sticks. Buy the big packages of fish sticks, the big packages of hamburgers, big packages, you know, that you can get at Smart and Final. But the main thing you want to do is make sure your, you know, your all the food you have is secure, and then start packing your house full of food as you can. Buy the big bags and the big packages and eat it all down and get used to eating that way. Buy big bags of fruit, bananas, oranges, apples, potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, you know, bananas, whatever, you know, you like, tomatoes, and, you know, make sure that they aren't wasted. If needs be, freeze things, and, you know, stock up on the cheap soda, you know, from Walmart. Buy yourself some packages of cookies from the dollar store. We used to say go and buy as much stuff as you can at Walmart, but right now the Dollar Trees are actually, the dollar stores and Dollar Trees are cheaper, but not always. So you want to be careful just going and loading your stuff up. You want to watch what you're doing. You know, if it's 14 cents cheaper at Walmart, think about that as 14%. They're saying, I forget how many percent, 30-something% with these EBT card things. So we could potentially expect a 30%, 25-30% increase. Also, they could be chewing up everyone's tax returns, you know. They like to do stuff like that. So, okay, so make sure you have plenty of canned food. That's what I would do. Make sure you have canned milk, canned meat, canned fruit, canned vegetables, canned beans, you know, mostly cans for your stockpile so you won't starve out. And big bags of, you know, food. The big bags, 25 pounds, go to Smart and Final. 25 pounds of potatoes, 20 pounds of carrots, onions, the big packages, the big freezer packages, and just say to yourself, okay, if things start getting expensive, at least my house is loaded full of food right now. if you can afford it. If not, be very careful with all the food you have and all the resources you have. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.